Everyone flexes knives and flashlights, but the gear that saves you most, it's usually the boring stuff that nobody talks about. Welcome to Not Another EDC Podcast, where everyday carry meets everyday life. I'm Mikey. I'm a husband, father, EDC content creator, and gear enthusiast. Today, I'm here to talk about 4 items that I use personally on a day-to-day basis that I probably use more than any other EDC gear that is typically flexed on social media like Instagram, Facebook, and what have you. Number 1 is I feel like a forgotten essential, but it's a pen. This one right here specifically is the Big Idea Design Pocket Pro pen in brass. One of my favorite pens. And I feel like after you graduate from junior high and you get into high school, the pen is used that much more than any other writing essential that is needed to get through that school day. So a pen, I say, is a forgotten essential because as we get into college or even work or even just our daily lives, I feel like this is a tool that we tend to forget to carry on our person because it's needed. For example, I work in an office. 90% of the tasks that I need done at the office gets signed off with this. A pen. I would consider myself unprepared if I showed up to work without one of these. I also find that I'm at work and I'm doing tasks, and knowing that 90% of the job tasks that we need considers a pen, I have team members that are going around asking, hey, do you have a pen? And I find that I'm that pen guy where I put my hand up with that pen and I'm like, yeah, I got one right here. I'm a dad, but my kid is nowhere near in a grade where a permission slip is needed. But what if you're a parent and you need to sign a permission slip? Maybe you show up to school, permission slip's handed to you. What are you going to sign that permission slip with? A pen. Let's be real. Permission slips are probably taken home. I mean, at least when I was a kid, I had to take permission slips home. And I was signing them myself. But anyways, a permission slip you can sign with a pen. But if you don't have one, you're SOL. There's a lot of times as well when I'm at the drive-thru. Oh, here's another pen, by the way. I just did a video on this. This is one of the new concept EDC titanium pens, which have this fidget factor to it, which is really cool. But there's times where I'm at the drive-thru, and let's say I'm getting my car wash done. At the car wash that I get my truck washed at, they require me to sign a receipt. What am I going to do? Look around the car, ask the representative for a pen? No. I have a pen handy. Another piece of gear that I feel tends to be forgotten is a portable charger. Portable chargers, something like this. This is an Anchor Go portable charger, and it's MagSafe compatible. So on the go, when you have this on your person or maybe in a fanny pack, your wife's purse or whatever it is, this is clutch. A lot of things we use nowadays, technology, those batteries run out. So what are you going to use to juice it up? You don't have one of these on you? Then you're SOL again. But I use this more than a pen. I use this more than a knife. I use this more than a flashlight. A portable charger for me is a must, especially on a day-to-day basis. And then if you have kids, we got iPads playing for them sometimes in the car. And what's going to juice those up? If you don't have a portable charger, like maybe one of these, or maybe one of these are all Anchor products. I'm not sponsored, by the way. If you have portable chargers, well, you're not going to have to worry about the headaches, the crying on the way home because you can't calm them down with their iPad, things of that nature. But something as simple as you just having your phone on you. A lot of people nowadays, including myself, we're on our phones. And, a lot more than I wish I am. But when those batteries run out, well, you need to juice it up some form or fashion. Third item that I feel I use more than a knife, flashlight, pen even, chapstick. This one specifically is the one that I use. It's Vaseline chapstick. And I got this from Dollar Tree. Only $1. But you need it because your lips get chapped. And when they do, or if your partner's lips get chapped, or if your kids' lips get chapped, you're going to need some chapstick. So I have that sitting in my fifth pocket at all times when I am going out and about, I'm at work, whatever it is. I also have another chapstick that's in my backpack that I use. And that comes in handy. I noticed that when I looked at Instagram and all the different flexing flat lays and stuff like that, you never see chapstick. You never see chapstick. That's never something that someone flexes. But I guarantee you they use that more than the items that they put out on those pictures. Just imagine. You're pulling out this nice titanium pen in a meeting, right? Comes out of your pocket, so nice. But your lips is chapped. What the heck? Priorities. You gotta have that chapstick with you. Or maybe you're outdoors camping, or you're doing some overlanding stuff with the family and the kids. Your kid comes out because their lips cracked. Their lips cracked, and now it's bleeding. You just gonna let them bleed? No! You're gonna wipe it up. You're gonna put some chapstick on it. So have some chapstick with you. And number 4. That brings us to number 4. A wristwatch. A wristwatch, I feel, especially for me, is used much more than all of the items that I just listed for you, especially if you have yourself a smartwatch. This right here is the Apple Ultra 2. Okay, again, I'm not sponsored. The Apple Ultra 2 is clutch. There's a lot of times where I'm so clumsy, I leave my phone at home. This watch will save me from not missing out on any emergencies that I have going on at home. My wife can still get a hold of me. I can still get texts. I can still get phone calls. Gosh, the technology nowadays is ridiculous. But the Apple Watch Ultra 2 specifically also has a longer lasting battery. I know that they're on the Apple Ultra 3 now, but the 2 for me, and obviously with a lot of things that I get, I do a lot of research and I hyper focus. Which I encourage a lot of people to do. That's actually why I got into YouTube videos. I just hyper focus on items before I buy them. Anyways, a watch is clutch, especially if it's a digital Apple Watch. It works plenty for me. And I know that there's a lot of people that talk about or are anti-Apple Watch. Well, what if the battery dies? And so portable charger. I carry my portable charger with me. This thing ain't gonna die right away, right? But my portable charger has a Apple Watch charger and its USB-C plug-in. And if I have an extra USB-C cord that plugs into the Apple Watch, it will charge it. But I'm not completely pro Apple Watch. I do rock automatic wristwatches here and there. And this is one that I just have in the car. All right, this is one by Duxo. And this is a watch that I just want to throw on if I don't want to have an Apple Watch on me. So that way my attention can not be on my wrist and on my phone. And if I want to throw a watch like this on, especially for fancy events, I have that. But having a watch or a timepiece on you, so that way you can do something as basic as just telling time and not being the person going around, hey, what time is it? Hey, what time is it? No. Wear a watch, whether it's this, or maybe you get yourself a nice calculator Casio watch. Fun fact, that was actually my very first watch I've ever owned. Was gifted to me by my uncle. But anyways, a watch I use more than any of the items that I just listed here. The EDC world over glorifies knives, flashlights, but the boring basics saves you more often. And the underrated gear is about function over flex. If you use something daily and truly use it daily, it deserves pocket space. And if you want to have that pocket real estate, throw it in a bag, throw it in a fanny pack, even if it doesn't get likes on Instagram. But that brings us to our recurring segment of what's in the truck today. This here is a Lysen or Leeson car charger, but I like it because it has this rotating axis right here. And I have this plugged into my 12 volt here. But what's cool about this is that you have a USB-C, a USB-A, and then you have a retractable USB-C cord, and then you have a retractable lightning cable. Why do I have a lightning cable? Because my kids' iPads still take lightning, you know? And, are you gonna go back? Oh, there we go. Retracts, just like so. It charges super fast, but nothing exciting. I want to say, you know, it's a way to keep my items juiced here in the car, especially if I'm recording on my camera like this, or, you know, a mic or anything like that. I can have it charged up while I'm doing so. That's the beauty of having that specific piece in my truck. But that's it for today's Not Another EDC podcast, guys. Share this with a buddy who carries, or if you found value in this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments below, what's your most underrated piece of EDC gear? And that way we can talk about it. As always, stay aware, stay prepared. I'm Mikey Messina, and this is the Mikey Daily Carry channel. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. Walk a path!